Oh, Foxy, it's your birthday. Not for real, just for play. This is Cree Summer, and Moana Nui will be right back.
Good evening and welcome to our September edition of Moana Nui After Dark presents Geek Speak On Sports. I'm James, joined again by Furious as usual. We are working on half strength tonight because the ladies are out currently. Stick around to see if they join us. Furious, how you doing, bro?
I am actually pretty damn good. Even though my team lost this week, they looked good up until the very end.
Up until the very end. We'll get to that later on in our show. I do want to say that if this is your first time watching, you're in for a treat. Please like and subscribe to all the shows here on the Moana Nui platform. We do appreciate your continued viewership. Yeah, football will be later on, but I figured let's start with the WNBA. Okay. Because tonight and tomorrow night are the last few games of the regular season. The playoffs start on Sunday the 14th.
Playoffs?
I know, right? We are right there. Playoffs. It looks like your Atlanta Dream wants to finish as the number 2 seed because they are currently mollywhopping the Connecticut Sun. Score at the end of the third quarter is 71-58. Now, the teams are already set as far as the 8 teams who are making the playoffs.
Right.
Minnesota is going to end up with the best record overall, regardless of what happens to them tomorrow night, because they play I believe they play the Golden State Valkyrie, who are trying to position themselves for seeding. But the other 7 teams currently in the playoffs are the Vegas Aces, the Atlanta Dream, Phoenix Mercury, the defending champion New York Liberty are currently 5th, the Indiana Fever, who won the Commissioner's Cup in the middle of the season, the Golden State Valkyrie, and the Seattle Storm. Those are your 8 playoff teams as we stand. The only thing to figure out is who's playing who in the first round matchups, because those are not yet set, which is why tonight's game for Atlanta means a lot, as well as tomorrow night's 4 other games that will impact playoff seeding. So, any thoughts as far as your Dream trying to get that 2 seed from Atlanta?
I would love to see them get that number 2 spot. It's not every day that we've got good sports teams here in Atlanta. So when we do, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm an advocate of rally behind the team, no matter if they're winning or losing. If they're your team, you support your squad. But there's just something nice about when your squad is doing better than expected, and you see them, out there fighting and competing. So yes, I would love to see them pick that spot up.
Well, like I said, between them and Vegas is playing the LA Sparks tomorrow night. So best believe they're currently watching the Dream game right now. I don't know who has the tiebreakers. I have to dig into that a little bit later, but the current seeding has Vegas over Atlanta for the 2 seed.
I mean, and as the season has played out, I mean, that's to be expected.
So, since again tomorrow night is the final night of the regular season, something interesting, I call it funny, haha, not really, but tongue in cheek. You notice the rage around a certain player has simmered down and not really been as boisterous, as loud. Well,
that's really interesting.
The reason being for that is because 2 weeks ago, she announced that she was going to forego the rest of the season due to her injury, meaning that she played a total of 13 games this season.
Right.
13. Season's 44 games long. And granted, this is no indictment on her, but to let everyone else knows that this is not a league of one. It's a league of many talented stars. And if you were only focused on that one, then you've missed some phenomenal action again this season. And for me, the biggest story of this season, two of them anyway, is the way the Minnesota Lynx have dominated from beginning to end of the season. Because again, they will end up with the best record in the league. Even missing their best player, Nafisa Collier, for about 4 or 5 games, they were still managed to hold on to that top seed. The other big story I think I take away from this season is, I mean, aside from the obvious, the CBA, which will be a big thing when the season's over with, because that's when it expires. But the Vegas Aces, as I mentioned before, Vegas Aces are currently in the midst of a 15-game plus win streak. They were pretty much left for dead around the All-Star break. I believe they were roughly ranked 7th or 8th by record. If you the standings in the league, again, there are only 13 teams in the league.
Right.
They were near the bottom around the All-Star break, and everyone was trying to figure out what the hell is going on with them and when were they going to get together. And since the All-Star break, they've had the best record in the league.
Yeah.
And have stormed from pretty much nearing the bottom to a chance for the 2 seed going into the playoffs. So again, like I said, they have their finale tomorrow night in LA against the Sparks. Don't sleep on Asia Wilson. Don't ever sleep on Asia Wilson. You want to see somebody carry a team when they're back. And don't get me wrong, Vegas has some very good, talented players out there as well. There's not just her, but she is on some nights willed that team to victory. But yeah, I can't wait for the playoffs, honestly. I hate that some of their games want to run up into football Sundays, but I will deal with that as I can around my birds playing.
This is one of those times where I like that I have YouTube TV, and they've got the feature where they will show you either 2 games at once or not even just games, but 2 programs at once or 4 programs at once. What I need them to do is let me pick the programs.
Oh, they're still presetting what you can watch in the
they haven't, and I don't know if it's even in there, if they're even thinking about having it to where you can choose it yourself.
Well, I know they did that for the first year of Sunday Ticket, and then because that was one of the biggest complaints after the first year, to which I just chalked up to them trying to figure it out on how to do it. And the second year, I think you were allowed to choose the 4 games you wanted to watch in the Sunday Ticket. So I'm surprised that hasn't made it over to their TV side of programming.
I wonder if that's a Sunday Ticket exclusive feature.
As far as picking what you want to watch instead of being, because
even right now, I've got the YouTube TV webpage up, and like right now, it's got. Okay, well, no, right now, nothing they have is a 2 for 1 or a 4 for 1. But even when it is, it's just you pick what they give you. Or I'm sorry, they'll give you a couple of options and you pick the one from that.
Okay. Well, anything else you want to add about the W before we get out of here? Because I'm pretty sure we will be discussing the CBA later on in the coming months.
If any of you all who are watching or who will watch this later have checked out of the WNBA because of a specific player who has checked out due to an injury, you're doing yourself a disservice. These ladies are playing some great basketball. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here as if I've watched every single game, because I haven't, but I tune in as much as I can with, some games not being on TV, but I tune in as much as I can to watch. So please watch and support these amazing basketball players, because again, you're missing out on some wonderful basketball if you're not watching.
Fair enough. Something else I wanted to get into before we dive into our respective homework. And actually, this is kind of my homework. Just
I
put
hope
that
you
out
didn't
there.
steal my homework.
I don't know. It depends. My homework has to do with the U.S. Open.
God damn it.
Oh, so I guess we did the same homework.
My homework might. My homework might.
Does it have to do with one Taylor Townsend?
It does.
I will let you take this one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, for those of you who may not be aware, what was I can't pronounce her opponent's
Jelena
last name.
Ostapenko.
Say it for me again.
Jelena Ostapenko.
So apparently there was a dust up. Well,
I wouldn't necessarily call
so
it a dust.
what I didn't know, because I don't know a lot about the official rules of tennis, but apparently tennis is a much more mannered, nice, polite kind of sport. Where, like if you're when you get to a match, allegedly one of the unwritten rules is you're expected to help warm up your opponent for a few minutes. And if certain things happen, like say you hit a ball and it kind of brushes the top of the net as it goes across, you're supposed to apparently stop and acknowledge that and say, I'm sorry, and that kind of thing, as well as some other niceties that to me just seem kind of silly. But I am used to sports where there's a lot of aggression between the competitors.
A lot of aggression?
I'm just saying a lot, yeah. And apparently because Taylor did not partake in all of these unwritten rules, say it one more time for me.
Jelena Ostapenko.
Ostapenko. Apparently Ostapenko was mad about that and kind of got in her face about it, and also made a comment, something to the effect of, we'll see how you like it when you're playing outside of the United States. To which in an interview that Taylor did, she was like, is that supposed to be a threat? Because I don't know what that statement means. Also, apparently, I saw her do an interview, and one of the things that she mentioned that all throughout this match, she tried to break her rhythm. She took like a medical break to get her blood pressure checked. She took an extra long bathroom break. There were some other things that she did to try and break Taylor's rhythm. But Taylor was like, no, that's okay. Do what you need to do. I'm still going to whoop you. And what I also found out was this is not their first time playing each other. They played previously in another tournament, and Taylor whooped that ass in the other tournament as well. So I don't know if 2 matches is enough for a rivalry, but in tennis, I kind of want to say it might be just due to the number of matches or the number of times you may see your opponent throughout all the different tournaments. Maybe for tennis, 2 is enough to develop a rivalry. But if that's the case, then Taylor Townsend is up 2-0 in this rivalry. And apparently Taylor has done a little bit of growing up in Chicago and some growing up in the south side of Atlanta. This ain't the one you want to be messing around with. Because I watched her on the Pivot podcast, and she ain't no small, dainty kind of person. It's like, I believe if she squared up with I'm not going to get it. I truly believe if she were to square up, Taylor Townsend wins that fight.
Oh my gosh. I don't think it would have come to that.
Oh, it definitely, so it won't, because one of the other things I found out about tennis is, again, with all of these niceties and whatnot, even after you've won the match, if there's enough foolishness that ensues after the match is over, even though you won, can be defaulted from that match and have to take an L for it, which to me seems kind of silly. But again, this is one of those things that this is what the tennis world has decided these are our rules. And even if I don't like them, these are our rules. We all abide by them. And
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of interesting. It's like just over the last week or so, I've gotten to learn a lot about Taylor Townsend. And what did she say? It's her currently, not including the Williams sisters. There are 3 or 4 young Black women in tennis right now that are like, on the hot streak. And I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to start paying more attention because, one, I don't know a whole lot about tennis, so I'm definitely open to learning more. And 2, these are 3 or 4 young Black women who are probably going to take over this sport in the next few years. And you know how I am about Black women taking shit over. I love seeing it. I love seeing it.
So yeah, the result of the match, and that probably had something to do with it as well. Townsend beat Ostapenko in straight sets, 7-5, 6-1.
Yeah.
It's the second set. All those little delays and things that Ostapenko was doing, all that occurred in the second set.
Oh, okay.
Wow. And again, she lost the second set, 6-1.
Yeah.
Townsend did go on to win her next 2 matches before losing. No, sorry. She won her next match before losing in the 4th round. But yeah. Overall, I will say this: the American women performed quite well. I hated to see Coco Gauff go up against Naomi Osaka.
Right.
I believe that was a quarterfinal matchup. It was a great match. I just hate seeing those two go head to head.
Right.
They are such great friends.
And the moment that they had after the match was over was just wonderful.
Yeah.
I love seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're not just like friends because they know each other, they play tennis. No, like these are diehard, like true blue, like you think since the womb friends. Like that's how tight their connection is with each other. They do, I won't say revel, they do accept the challenge of playing each other, even though like on the inside they probably, don't really like, because they know what it means to go up against each other.
Yeah. If we have to see them go up against each other, I'd rather see them go up against each other in the finals.
True. 2 Americans did make the semis. 1 did make the final. I believe it was who was it? Because I don't want to get the wrong Americans. Pegula and Anisimova made the semis. Anisimova is who beat Naomi Osaka in the semifinals to go to the championship match against Sabalenka, who inevitably won the Women's U.S. Open. But I will say it's probably going to take some time. We're not going to have the long run of, Serena constantly making it to the semis or the finals every single Grand Slam, but there are a number of American women who are keeping us interested in what goes on in the world of tennis. Wish I could say the same on the men's side, but it's just not going to happen anytime soon for American men. I just don't see it.
No, because I'm sitting here and the last, what round was this? The quarterfinal was the last time we had an American in this current U.S. Open.
An American man?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the furthest they made it, was the quarters. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what, young lady? We are talking about tennis, and we're doing it now. It'd be nice if you were here to join us to talk about said tennis, but
right. How you gonna be in the audience and not in the booth?
And again, this is a sports show, so we do cover noteworthy things in all sports that any of us would come across. We just both happen to come across the same topic. if you were here, you could talk about, something that you came across. We're still eagerly waiting your arrival on this show. So hurry up and get here.
Because wherever she is, apparently she's got time to sit and watch and be in the audience.
That's true.
If you can be in the audience, you can be on the show. I ain't cutting you no slack. You my friend and I love you, but I ain't cutting you no slack.
Oh man. Anything else? Oh wow, really? This is the response.
Is that the best you got?
I mean,
as Thor said to Ultron, is that the best you've got?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember where I put that thing, but let me just share this nonsense.
Is it the little kid telling his mom that her boyfriend can't use his PlayStation?
No, it's not that. It's definitely.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
Yes, I have seen it. Matter of fact, I saw it before it was shared in the group. I saw it about a week or so ago. It was definitely before Dragon Con when I saw it, or maybe during that same weekend.
Okay.
But yeah, let me. For those who watch baseball, there are times when fandom just gets the better of you. I will say though, if you go to a baseball game, like remember one thing.
That's not fandom.
No, it's not fandom
getting the better of them. No,
it's not fandom getting the better of you. Is if you and I were on opposite ends of the outfield and there was empty center field bleachers and we ran to get a baseball. You happen to beat me to it as I trip and fall.
Right.
Okay. But say if one of us was, I don't know, 12 years old and the adult of us got there, we would probably look up and be like, oh, it's a kid.
You give the ball to the kid. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not fighting the kid for a ball. I mean, if I happen to get there way before he does, sure. But if I'm running, I see kids running for the ball, I'm going to let the kids have it.
The only exception is there has to be something spectacular about that ball. Like, I don't know, it's a grand slam home run that the Braves hit to win the World Series. I don't think I'm giving that ball to a kid.
Well, first of all, the stadium's going to be packed. No one's letting the kid get that ball. Whoever caught it.
But still, that's an instance where I'm not giving a kid that ball. No.
Well, again, I don't think you'd have the opportunity.
But I'm just saying, random home run, yeah, you give it to the kid.
Right, and that's what we have here. So I'm going to let this play out for those who missed it.
Back to back with Brandon. What a long home run to left for Herndon.
Now, this woman right here is upset because this gentleman picked up a ball that landed, the home run that landed in the stands, and took to his kid who's right in front of him. I'm going to just let this continue to play.
Harrison Bader, it's his 15th of the year and his third since joining the Phillies. It's 5-1.
You see him, gets the ball, gives it to his kid. And here she comes.
Yeah, see, he's a lot nicer than I am.
And she's now berating him for a ball that he just gave to his kid.
The minute she puts her hands on me,
now here's what happened afterwards. Because his game was in Florida and they're Phillies fans, the Marlins staff gave him a whole bunch of swag.
You okay? Happy birthday. Isn't that your birthday yet?
Couple days.
Okay.
Couple days.
He got to go backstage. He met Bryce Harper and got an autograph bat, glove. Yeah. So just stop that for a minute. So that's what happened in real time. Social media, is undefeated, right?
Right.
To say that she was getting dragged is an understatement because she is now getting all of the wrong attention. I think, and here's the crazy part. So all of them were Phillies fans.
Yeah.
The Phillies fans in Philadelphia have already put her name out there. So she is now known.
Yeah.
Her name is out there. I don't know how much more information they have put out there, but she is infamous, not famous. And unfortunately now, the memes that have popped up because of it. You can see this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just scroll through some of these. Her snatching the trophy from Nick Sirianni, the golden ticket from Lil Willy Wonka, her sitting on a basketball hoop. I don't know whose WWE title she stole. But she's got I don't know whose Oscar that is, but she's got that too. Stealing the baby's Reese's cups.
Right.
Like this is. She stole Sesame Street signs, y'all. She's stealing the sign for Sesame Street. And it didn't have to come to the one ring. She has stolen the one ring. Yeah.
It didn't have to be this way.
It really didn't have to be this way. It really didn't. Oh, I mean, dude got the ball. Like, y'all are two adults. You're fighting over the ball. He happened to get it before you did. Right.
Game, he didn't take it out of her glove. The ball was, yeah.
You're absolutely right, Candaysee. It's not like she actually had it in her possession. But the way she was ranting and pointing at him, you think she had it like tucked in her hoodie. And he walked up to her, snatched it out, pushed her down. It's like, here, son, I got this ball for you. Like, none of that happened. And again, she's gone viral. Like,
all I want to know is, how is it that the father managed to restrain himself from introducing her to the floor? Because you coming over here and
violence
you getting in between me and my kid. You're getting in between me and my kid.
I mean, look, kudos to him, because I mean, I don't know how many other folk would have reacted in the same way, because you saw his first reaction was not to, like, he jumped back in shock and awe, like, oh my gosh, what the hell? What are you doing up on me? Like, he jumps back in fear and shock.
I'm just sorry. She put her hands on him, and that's assault. He has a right to defend himself.
Well, she now has the baseball. Congratulations. You have
a
home run
and
ball.
No job.
Oh no.
Yeah,
wait.
She got fired.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, she got fired. The other thing that happened though was I forget who from the Braves organization made the statement. She's also banned from Truist Park here in Atlanta.
Oh gosh.
And what I'm hoping is, I hope more stadiums rally and not just do this to her, but anyone else who does something stupid like this at a game. Like this has, again, I know I'm sitting here talking about, violence and whatnot, but this kind of behavior, self-defense, I'm sorry, but seriously, this kind of behavior has no place at the stadium.
No, absolutely.
Again, if you and I are chasing at a ball and we kind of crash into each other and we're tussling over the ball, that's one thing. That's, some incidental kind of contact. I wouldn't necessarily be mad at you over that. But now you getting in my face about my kid? No.
I did see, and I do believe that they were also given a trailer camper to watch and tickets to the World Series as well.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know about the trailer camper, but they did get tickets to the World
To
Series.
World Series, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did see that properly.
Yeah.
But yeah. It doesn't hurt to just like baseball is one of those things where you should have the enjoyment of a child to watch it and embrace the sport. Like, go and have fun, relax. Like, baseball is the one thing that I can go to live in person and watch and truly like let everything slip away. I'm not so engrossed that like it's different for me like being at a football game live because I'm watching everything. I'm calling out, okay, there's the blitz, there's the shift. I know that this formation means they're going to do this. Like, I'm completely analyzing the game for football. I'm at a baseball park. You and I've been to baseball games. You just sit there, chill, enjoy the environment, just enjoy just being there at the park and just, you know, two teams out there just, you know, giving it their all, balls hitting play, and just pretty much like, where's this one going?
Yeah.
Foul balls have been hitting my area. I've never really like, if I'm going to reach up and try to grab it, cool. Yes. Have I been mobbed and someone reached over me and snagged the ball that was probably 3 feet in front of my face? Yes. But I ain't turning around trying to swing on nobody or be raped for catching the ball.
I have not run for a foul ball hit my way. Last time I did that, I think it was somewhere in my early 30s.
Yeah, nah, I'm not running for a ball. I mean,
after that, I'm just like, nope, that's too far. I'm not going to get that.
Right.
And my old day, I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that.
I mean, if it's coming down in my section like 3 or 4 rows, depending on how many people are around me, I may or may not move.
Right.
If there's no one around, sure, I'm gonna go down a couple of rows, try to get it. But if people on opposite sides of me are leaving their section or run over and get it, that's too much. That means I got to fight somebody, try to get the ball. I'm good.
Again, the only exception is there has to be something exceptional about the play that put that ball in the stands. Other than that, no, we're not doing that.
So, all right. Well, you got anything else you want to talk about before we get to what normally takes up the bulk of this show?
I can't say that I do.
Yeah, well, you know, I'll let you have our split homework. Luckily, I had a backup.
Like I said, the only other thing, and I wish I didn't think to look for it, is that video of that kid telling his mom, no, your boyfriend can't use my PlayStation.
You know what? Since you brought it up, I do believe it's in the chat.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I do believe it's in the chat.
That's just one of those things, and I'm just like, damn. I'm like, and I'm sorry, I'm siding with the kid.
Oh man. If it's not in the chat, it was definitely in something else that we are both a part of. But I thought it was definitely in the chat.
If not, hold on. I'm scrolling. Okay, here we go.
You got it?
Open that in a new tab. Grab it. Yep.
All right, put it in the chat. Let me post it up here. And granted, this is all tongue in cheek. She was, you know, pranking her son.
See, I'm honestly not 100% sure because the way she sounds, I don't know.
Nah, she was pranking him.
Okay.
She was, because I first saw this on IG, the original post.
Okay.
Yeah, she was just pranking him, try to see his reaction.
Okay.
Cool and all, but at the same time, like, I ain't about to let nobody have access to my account on my gaming system for anything. I don't care. And I'm 48. I don't care if I was 8, 18, 28. It don't. No. Get your own. Like, I put in this work. I did all the stuff on this system. I don't, and I don't care if you family or not. Like it. Here we go.
Hey. What you doing? You trying to do what? Oh, I forgot you asked me that earlier. Yeah, he out of school. I just picked him up too. No, he not going on. You just need his login.
The head raise.
Right.
My login for what?
Okay.
I'll log in.
He said, can he something about the login so he could what is called?
So my Chromebook. He trying to do my work.
No, he's not trying to do that. He wanted to know if you could let him log in to play 2K. I told him, yeah, earlier. I forgot to ask you when you got in the car.
No.
So, yeah.
No. He a grown man. He ain't got 135.
What?
That part.
He ain't got 135. So you call him the grown man, babe, and he ain't even got 135 to pay for a 2K. But he let a kid get it before him.
Hey. Babe, give me a second. Hold on.
The babe is diabolical.
Hey, why do you always do that when I'm on the phone? Like embarrass me. Like you
want to know? You stop calling him babe, because if for him it stands for broke, and you know the.
But here's the thing. I just simply asked you to let the man use your login.
Look, the man not using my login. I'm not giving my login to no grown man who can go pay 135 for a game. So you like broke dudes basically.
No, I was just
you like broke dudes basically.
He couldn't get the game yet. He couldn't get the game yet. So can he?
Okay, how he couldn't get the game yet? He ain't got it.
I guess
he ain't got it.
I didn't ask that much. She asked, could I use? He used yours.
So you take time out your life to help a man who don't even got $135. So what he gonna take you on a date?
So you're not gonna do it?
No. I mean that tell him no.
Hello. Yeah, he don't have it. I thought he had the game.
I got it. You just not getting it, partner. Go on somewhere if you ain't got 135. We don't need you over here.
Okay, I'm gonna call you back.
She ain't calling you back.
Bye.
Promise you that.
Hello. Oh, that was good. I'm on the side of the kid.
So yeah, she the funny part is because she did this as like a little prank just to see what her child would do, and talk about you gonna embarrass me like this. You trying to embarrass him.
Right. You did this to yourself.
That part. We would have never been here if you didn't think that this was a funny thing to do.
Right.
Candaysee. Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing, love?
Hey.
How are you?
I'm really tired.
It's good to see you out the comments and hear with us on the show tonight.
So I was in the drive-through line at Chick-fil-A when I was texting.
Yeah, I see you got that cherry berry lemonade.
I sure do.
Where's our Chick-fil-A?
Right.
If you were here or here, if you were sitting at the piano playing a little bit, and if you were sitting on the couch singing to the piano, Mac.
You know what? We're gonna have to start doing the show from Candacee's place because she got enough room for a damn piano and that big ass couch. We got to start doing this from her place.
We're definitely crashing her crib for a show one day.
Right.
No.
And I think it should be the week that the Chiefs play the Bills.
Ooh.
Nobody wants to see me.
Oh, and matter of fact, the show should be live during the game.
I won't be there.
I will not be there. If we at your house, you will.
You won't be at my house. No one is allowed to be there unless they are a Bills fan and know what I'm going through.
Okay.
I don't know if we talked about football yet. I'm sure we waited till the end because y'all were talking about tennis. I wasn't saying you couldn't talk about tennis. I'm just saying y'all finally want to talk about tennis.
I mean, there was something to talk about. We talked about tennis on the last show too.
I know. I brought it up.
Okay, then. So what? We couldn't bring up tennis this time?
I was just surprised.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's an embargo on tennis. Only Candaysee is allowed to bring up tennis on this show.
That's not it. What I'm
saying
is
that you got to tear up on
tennis until them girls was in it. So you be all up on what the girls are doing.
Yeah. I mean, because I only care about the women when it comes to tennis. I'm sorry.
And then I only care about, and I'm only concerned about the black women.
Okay, me too, but well, the black people, but don't tell nobody.
I mean, I did mention all of the Americans who performed well in the U.S. Open. That was part of my shtick as far as bringing it up.
I probably missed that. I came in the middle.
You really did. You might want to go back and watch the first 20-ish minutes of the show.
I feel like I don't even want to talk to you guys right now because you guys went to Dragon Con and I didn't.
Whose fault is that?
Mine.
You do know that Dragon Con is the same time every year. So
I know.
Okay.
I just, normally let's not talk about it. We're talking about sports.
Okay. Well, considering that it's currently September 10th, 2025, you might want to take off Labor Day next year right now.
Well, the thing is, I took off Labor Day. I just didn't get Labor Day off. It happened to be, I work in retail. This is the reason. You see the tiredness?
I don't know.
Oh.
Should we let her slide on her homework and just jump into football, or have her present her homework?
She's got to present her homework.
Is the homework the same that it's been all year round?
I mean, yes, it's always the same homework.
Well, let me tell you, I have such an amazing boyfriend. He sent me some topics to talk about because he knew.
Oh my gosh!
I was having a day.
Oh.
Now let me find it. So y'all go ahead. Or did you guys already go ahead? That's what the tennis.
We already did our homework. His homework was the U.S. Open.
Tennis was on my list, but since you talked about it, I can go to something else.
And we talked about the WNBA and the playoffs starting Sunday.
Y'all just taking all my homework?
I mean, the only thing we didn't do in the WNBA is glaze your New York Liberty because they're currently in 5th place right now.
I know that's awful, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's all about getting to the championship. So I'm okay.
It is all about getting to the championship, which they probably don't do. Excuse me.
And then y'all talked about baseball too.
We did not talk about baseball.
Not directly. We just talked about the fans.
We just talked about that lady.
We talked about that incident. Yes.
Yeah.
That took place.
The lady that they were dragging this whole time.
Yeah.
Well, wait, does college football count or no?
College football counts as a non-NFL story.
Praise God. So this is what I want to talk about. So I told you I had a list and it had.
So wait. Everything that we've talked about was on your list until we got to college football. And now
I know, right? But that was all the way far down on my list because I thought Mac was going to talk about college football.
You thought who was going to talk about college football?
I thought Mac was going to talk about college football.
Really?
I mean, Georgia Tech did beat who they beat.
Okay, but my college basketball, my college football is actually about all of these teams that are playing these like people that we don't even know.
But that's standard.
And then it gets to be a part of their record.
Yeah. But that's standard. It's normal for Alabama to play Southwest Mississippi Institute of Technological Hair Design.
West New York something. Who played them? Was it Alabama or was it Georgia? Somebody. And we were trying to figure out.
No, Georgia played Austin P or Pay. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Austin P.
Out of Texas. Yeah. And I had a whole, because I be sitting in the cigar lounge. And they always try me on these sports, right? But I was like, so you trying to tell me you know who Austin P is? And this one guy was like, well, I'm from Texas, so yes. I said, you don't count because nobody else knew that. We don't ever know. Shut your face, James. Shut your face. Hold on, I got to pull up my ESPN so that I can tell you exactly what I'm talking about.
But it's sport. A lot of these schools don't surprise me that they have football teams. It's just a shock to the rest of the country who doesn't follow the sport that hard.
Yeah.
Or any other college team outside of their own.
Oh, I understand. Georgia Tech just played somebody and beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, Gardner Webb.
I didn't even watch that game. I was like, why am I even watching this? I'll wait for the Clemson game, which is coming up, by the way.
I mean, look, some folks didn't even realize SMU's football program was back. So,
see, the thing I always wonder is how much are these teams getting paid to come in for these beatdowns?
Right, and that's the thing. They're getting
minimum $1 million because I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it here before, but in basketball, Morehouse's basketball team was invited to play University of Kentucky about 8-10 years ago. Gave them about $1.5 million to come up there and get mollywopped by 65 points.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. They actually broadcast the game on ESPN3, which is the website. That's where it was broadcast. And I was like, cool, I get to watch Morehouse play basketball. And then I saw who he was playing. Because I was all excited that the game was on ESPN3, which is, again, the website. And I'm like, we're playing Kentucky. So I had to call my boy and be like, so how much Kentucky give us for this game? 1.5? Okay, cool. Yay. Woo, this is ugly.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about in college basketball, football. Goodness gracious. I want basketball to come so bad, I guess.
I see.
So did anybody watch the Ohio State Grambling game?
No? I did not.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
But anyway, so the funny thing to me was that on Monday morning, I was listening to Unsportsmanlike. I think it was Unsportsmanlike, one of my shows. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about the fact that even though Ohio State won the game, that Grambling won the halftime game.
Of course.
And I was like, of course they did. And then they proceeded, though, to show some clips of Ohio State trying to, keep up with Grambling. Because you know how they kind of go back and forth in the stands? It didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work. Why did they do that? I mean, they did win. They did win 73-0, but Grambling must have got at least $1.5 million. Right.
Like Indiana Hoosiers played Kennesaw State this past weekend.
Oh, that's so sad. That's not even fair.
Neither was a score, 56-9. Who knew?
Well,
I mean, if you look at the first or second week of college football is always a powerhouse school versus, for the sake of the general audience, a school they didn't even know had a football team. Like I said, for instance, Florida State played the East Texas A&M Lions. Anybody want to guess what the final score was?
105-1.
Close, 77-3.
Damn.
So
that's
this
hilarious.
This is where you get all these little lopsided scores. Yes, Ohio State beat Grambling 70-0. Is anyone surprised by that? No.
I would have, but I guess I just feel like I wish that they would at least score something.
They did. They scored
I'm
$1
sure
million.
Grambling actually has a good football team. They did. That's the difference between Division I or whatever they have.
The Tennessee Volunteers beat East Tennessee State Buccaneers 72-17.
Well,
but we all know what the purpose of these games are: a check.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but these schools get some sort of nationwide recognition.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And the other thing, though, is, and I don't know if this has ever happened, but I wonder if anybody has ever been seen at one of those kinds of games and got recruited by a D1 team to come to their school.
Yes.
Well, they were talking about that on the whichever, I always forget which radio show I was listening to, but they were talking about how that's one of the good things is that you knew that every single scout is going to be at Ohio State. And I think they mentioned a player, but I wasn't paying attention too much to write it down. But they did mention a couple of players that play in the NFL now that played in one of those funky games. And then here they are now, like somebody that probably would have never, been seen or had to go a little go a little harder. It might have been undrafted.
Yeah. But yeah, scouts go to these games and watch these folks play, and they observe both schools.
Yeah.
It ain't just there because Alabama's playing, who did Alabama play this past week? University Louisiana Monroe Warhawks, and beat them 73-0.
That just makes me sad.
Well, it doesn't always go this way because about, almost 20 years ago now, Michigan, which was highly ranked at the time, played Appalachian State.
Oh.
And everyone was like, oh yeah, Michigan's going to roll them by 50. No big deal. Funny thing happened on the way to Michigan rolling them by 50. They were lining up for a game-clinching field goal, which got blocked and returned for a touchdown. And Appalachian State won that game.
Wow.
And Michigan has been getting clowned for it ever since. I don't think they've played Appalachian State since that game.
Others have, though.
Other schools have played Appalachian State, yes, and beat the brakes off them. Yes, they most certainly have. But I don't know if Michigan's played them again since that infamous faux pas, if you will.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, good for Appalachian State. I like that. See, those are the type of things I like to hear.
Again, every now and then it does happen. I had to poke fun at a mutual friend of ours who's an Alabama fan because she wanted to talk about my quarterback. And I have to remind her that Alabama did my quarterback dirty, and he's a Sooner.
Is this our friend who blinks really, really fast?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Did you say blinks really, really fast?
And then I told her, like, calm down because it's not like your tide is rolling anyway.
Ooh.
I mean, they just beat up. I mean, again, they lost week 1 to Florida State. So the fact that they're currently 1-1 because they beat University of Louisiana Monroe 73 donut is not really impressing anybody.
This is true.
Well,
they're 1-1, and that second one is a loss to Florida State.
And not the Bobby Bowden era Florida State.
No. I mean, Florida State still has a quality football team, but I don't think anybody's penciling them in for the playoff.
No.
Well,
stranger things have happened as college football. Literally anything can happen in any season. So
anything.
We will see. It won't be Alabama though. Nick Saban's not coming back through that door. It's over.
Don't do that, quarterback. Don't do that, coach, like that. He's
what coach like what?
He's going to be trying his hardest. The thing is, everybody has to remember this is not a Nick Saban team anymore. So let the man build his team up and do what he has to do to try and come back.
Wait, hold on. When was the last time you interacted with some hardcore Alabama fans?
Oh my gosh, every freaking day.
So you know that they're completely unhinged, right?
I mean, they're
different.
You know what? Special. I was going to say something, but I realized I'm on a show with somebody who might go off. Because I was going to say, they're almost as bad as, Eagles fans.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Because we've already established the worst fans in the NFL are Cowboys fans.
Well, yes, we know that. But I didn't say that they were the worst fans. I just said they're pretty close to these Eagles fans that I know.
No, they're not. They're worse. They are, as far as football, period, Alabama fans are the worst.
Yeah. Really? Because I really thought they were Georgia fans that were the worst.
Alabama fans can't go 30 seconds without saying Roll Tide.
That part.
I don't know those Alabama fans.
Then you don't know real Alabama.
You don't know real Alabama
I do.
fans.
Straight from Alabama.
If they're not saying Roll Tide once,
they will find a way to get Roll Tide in every single sentence that comes out of their mouth.
No.
Yes.
But that's just like freaking Georgia fans who say "Go Dogs" all the time.
They're crazy too,
right? But they don't win as much as Alabama did over the last 20 years.
I just say "Go Bills" and that's it.
Again, your team's going to be an innocent bystander later. I'm just giving you warning now. Do we want to transition to the NFL?
Sure. Why not?
Absolutely.
Let's do
it. So the first week of the season started off let's backtrack a little bit. Since Candaysee did bring up Dragon Con, I want to know where everybody was on that Thursday before opening night when they found out that Micah Parsons was being traded to the Green Bay Packers. because I was with some friends at Dragon Con waiting for a panel to start, and I figured, you know what? Let me see what's going on in sports before I get completely absorbed in this weekend. And I open up my phone to the ESPN app, and the first thing that pops up is Micah Parsons traded to the Green Bay Packers. To say I fell out of my chair laughing is an understatement. People around me were trying to figure out, what is he laughing about? And why can't he stop? Is he actually going to catch his breath and breathe for a little bit? The answer to all three were no. Because it took me a minute to gather myself to say that. See, I can say that complete sentence now. I could not say that sentence then. By the way, long live Jerry Jones. You're doing a great job as general manager. Never change. Never looking pull you out of that seat.
So wait.
You keep doing what you're doing, Jerry Jones. You are godsend to the Dallas Cowboys.
So you don't agree with Ryan Clark that Jerry Jones is ruining the Cowboys?
Nah, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. I disagree wholeheartedly. Jerry's doing great things for Dallas. Those draft picks will turn into phenomenal players, he hopes, one day. Down the
somebody
line.
Else.
I mean, I'm just saying. What about you two? Where were y'all when this news broke?
I was at home watching TV. Because I had left Dragon Con from getting my badge, and I was back home watching TV, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh damn! Oh, this is gonna be good."
That's right. You didn't come up with the shenanigans with us.
We don't want to hear about those shenanigans. Thank you.
Well, there are plenty of pictures on social media, so you can see
shenanigans.
I will be sure to share the shenanigans.
Well, see, Candaysee, next year
home too.
Next year, you need to be there with us for the shenanigans.
I mean, this is the first year that I missed Dragon Con since 2020.
Everybody missed Dragon Con in 2020.
I know, but I'm just saying. Oh no, and 2021.
2021 was mostly virtual.
Yeah, because I played D&D virtually 2021, but I did go 2022 because I could redeem my ticket that I had in 2020.
Just make sure you're there next year for the shenanigans.
That part.
I don't know about the shenanigans, but we'll see.
Don't be a lightweight.
Oh, I won't. Please. Will they allow me to smoke cigars there? Because
yes, they will. Outside, not in the hotels, though.
Right.
Oh yeah, I know that. Anyway,
so
I was at home with Micah
got traded, and which was funny because Hendrickson of the Bengals got his contract that he wanted. Terry McLaurin of the Washington Commanders got his contract that he wanted, and it was just a waiting game. Surely, Dallas was going to give Micah his money.
I knew Micah was out of there when they came to Atlanta for our preseason game, and a bunch of fans were yelling Micah, come to the Falcons. And he kind of did the motion of, get your team to call Dallas and I'll be here. So like, I knew he was out. It was just a matter of when it was official. Now, granted, we knew he wasn't coming to Atlanta. We've got nothing to offer to get him here, but I knew he was going to be out of Dallas. That was a given for me at that point. Because again, this man is openly in public telling the fans, if you want me, have your owner call and get me. Hey, Q.
No. She's not Q. She's late. You see her name down there?
I do. I saw it.
You don't see it? She's
sorry,
late.
y'all. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I don't.
It's all right. I was late too, girl.
It's been a long day. I didn't want to perpetuate the colored people stereotype showing up late, but here I am. It's great to see y'all.
It's great to see you too late. Oh gosh.
So I knew Micah wasn't gonna get signed once Jerry Jones started talking about that agent instead of saying his name. I was like, you know what? You done pissed the agent off because now he gonna ask you for more money.
Yeah,
that part.
Have the details of the contract of the trade been made public?
Yeah.
What did Dallas get?
2 first-round draft picks, a second, a third, and I believe a conditional draft. There's some conditional draft picks in there as well. Total haul is like 4 draft picks, though.
Okay.
And Micah gets a 4-year, $188 million contract from the Packers.
Man.
With 120 guaranteed.
Whoo. Because that agent is that one.
And look, all of this could have been avoided if you had pulled your head out of your butt and paid him at the end of last season when the going rate for premium pass rushers was roughly 30 to 35 a year. But because Myles Garrett got a deal and then TJ Watt got a deal earlier this year, that pushed the pay rate for premium pass rushers to 40. And this was the last year. Mike is going into, he's currently on the last year of his rookie contract. So when negotiations could have started last year and you were like, nah, let's wait because we paid the quarterback and we paid the receiver and the quarterback still got hurt, and you're saying these things. And I get it. From the outside looking in, it looks crazy. But again, Jerry Jones, you're doing a great job. Never change.
And
you're
looking
doing
at
a
his
great job, Jerry. You're doing a great job.
The man averages double-digit sacks. He averages double, and not just 10 double-digit, but
no. So he is the first player, because I only know this because of the player they keep comparing him to when they mention the stat. He is the first player to get 12 sacks or more in each of the first 4 years of his career since Reggie White.
Okay. Because I'm looking at it right now. In 2021, and I'm not going to count this year, obviously, but 13 and a half, 14, and 12.
Yeah.
How do you not pay this man?
He missed 5 games last season.
Right.
And still got 12 sacks.
Pay this man his money.
Now, here's the kicker. That GM that other fans scared to hear about, that dude who works for this squad right here, Howie Roseman, he actually called Dallas and made an offer for Micah Parsons. Now,
really?
Yes. Now, obviously, Dallas was not going to trade Micah Parsons to the Eagles. We know that.
I mean, the Giants traded.
No, the Giants did not trade Saquon.
That's right.
They let him walk.
You're right.
They told him test the market. Joe Shane, you keep letting your players test the market. Never change either, dude. You keep letting them star players leave and undervalue them and let them test the market. You keep doing that. If only Washington still had Daniel Snyder.
Oh, stop it.
I look, Washington's doing all the right things. They're getting the act together. I kind of wish they would like push back on Terry McLaurin giving him his money, but they did the right thing. It was like the only 3 teams and 2 of them completely screwed up and one of them did the right thing, and it's Washington. Damn. So, yeah.
Well, one thing about Jerry Jones, he ain't gonna never back down for his piss poor decision making. I find it to be hilarious.
Because he's a genius. He knows exactly what he's doing. We love Jerry.
He be on the news conferences just the smiling and the grinning and the shucking and the jiving. That man say, y'all not gonna fuck with me. I'm standing 10 toes down on every bad decision that I make because I can. And there's nobody to stop me. So
I'm convinced some of these owners don't care about winning championships. They care about putting butts in seats.
Absolutely, 100%.
And you would
Jerry,
think.
Remember, last month's show we mentioned Jerry came out and said the thing we already knew.
Mm-hmm.
He said that if the sports news cycle is not talking about the Cowboys, I got to stir the pot to get them talking about the Cowboys. Because my whole thing is making sure this bottom line keeps going up. We're the most expensive franchise in North American sports. Yeah, I got to make sure we stay there.
Now I got to make sure we win more championships.
Hey, you shut your mouth and be smirching Jerry Jones' good name. You let that man cook. You let that man cook. All right, enough clowning the Cowboys. Unfortunately, I do have to mention them because the first game of the season saw my Eagles raise a banner and beat the Cowboys 24-20. And instead of that being the headline coming out of the game, I got to talk about my star defensive player, Jalen Carter, spitting on Dak Prescott. Like the hell. The right decision was made. He was ejected from the game. I was fully prepared for him to be suspended for this week's game against the Kansas City Chiefs. The league came out earlier today and said that his ejection, because he had not recorded a snap in the game, because again, 4 seconds into the game, he was ejected. That ejection counted as a 1-game suspension, and he is fined the entire game check, which is well over $50,000. Yeah. So the league feels that's enough.
And didn't they come back?
I'm not complaining. I was expecting a 1-game suspension this week and him not playing versus the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shut up and take it.
Didn't they also come back and fine Dak because one of the referees or one of the officials saw that he spit as well?
I did not see anything about Dak getting fined.
Let me see if I can find it.
But he did spit.
He did spit. Yes.
He spit forward. He spit down.
Right.
So
we are analyzing spit at this.
I'm just telling you what the people said.
Oh no, friend.
Yeah,
I just think that this is ridiculous.
Dak didn't get anything.
Okay.
No, Dak got nothing. No fine. No disciplinary. Nothing. Which I find funny, but I partially blame NBC's broadcast because again, I'm watching the game and they're like unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on number 98, and he's also been ejected from the game. And I'm like, wait a minute, all we had was kickoff. What the hell happened? And then they show Jalen spitting on Dak. They didn't show Dak spitting at all until the broadcast of the game was over. Is when they finally showed it. Yeah, it was pretty much damn near over.
They showed it.
No, it was halftime. It was halftime.
I was saying I was in there, and I had my Dallas fans and my Eagles fans. They was.
It was halftime when they finally showed it. So yes, but yeah, Dak spit first.
I'm sorry, but of all the things we can do to each other as black men, we do not need to be spitting on each other. That's me.
True. It's
isn't that battery?
What's that?
Spitting on somebody, isn't that a crime? Isn't that battery? Like seriously,
it is assault. It is assault.
But to me, that's just one of the most disrespectful things you can do. It's like, I'm sorry. I am a very peaceful, loving, nonviolent individual. But if you spit on me, something real bad is gonna happen to you.
You wanted to throw Karen on the floor for a baseball a couple of segments ago.
Well, that's because she got between me and my kid.
He said it's the principality. But I agree with you. If you do that, you know what that reminds me of? That just reminds me of like videos of watching black people get spit on during the civil rights movement and stuff. It triggers me, and I'm like, that is disgusting. Why would you even think in your mind to do something? Can we just play ball?
Right.
Damn.
That part.
Damn.
So,
question. I'm so sorry again. Later.
It is
this whole thing with Lamar Jackson and the guy that wasn't there another incident or something?
There was another incident. Yes, the Sunday night game between the Bills and the Ravens. Lamar Jackson throws a great pass, even insane catch by DeAndre Hopkins. And as they're going around, the stadium wall back to their bench, a fan comes over and pushes DeAndre Hopkins in the helmet and then tries to take a swipe at Lamar Jackson.
Oh, no, he got Lamar.
No, he got Lamar.
He got Lamar. And Lamar jumped up in the stands and shoved him backwards.
Right.
And I think that was warranted.
Yep.
You can't just you literally just snapped that man's head back. Like that. First of all, I was like, send him out. When they said he wasn't allowed to come back to the stadium, I said,
he's banned for life.
Get out.
They have banned that dude from.
They didn't ban him for
stadium
life. They only banned him for the season.
It's only for the season. I thought it was for life.
I mean,
Again,
Highmark Stadium only has this year left.
Well, there's a new stadium coming next season. They can ban him from that one too.
I know.
But see, so the thing that gets me is seeing this. I saw somebody make the comment that maybe Ron Artest wasn't that out of his mind for what he did. And
but
fans over the years get more and more
rowdy,
entitled.
Yeah.
Did you see how they threw a doggone cup of beer on the field? I said, who are these Bills fans?
Yeah. They were throwing. So Derrick Henry had 2 lengthy touchdown runs. He had like a 30-yarder and a 70-yarder. And both touchdown runs, you could see bottled something being thrown on the field as he's crossing the goal line.
I was like, that is ridiculous. So I have some Bills Mafia fans that were sitting by, I guess, whoever the person was that threw the beer. Mm-hmm. And they said that they physically took him up and was like, it's time for you to go. Like, we don't do that. Like,
I love that. First class VIP ass whipping. Get out.
Right?
Get out.
But I'm just saying that's
Get
not
out.
If you think about it, like, that's not Bills fans. Like, they might be crazy tailgaters, but that's not them. Like, they don't do all that funky stuff. First of all, it's too cold. Most of the time.
I mean, it was a balmy 58 degrees on Sunday night. So
right, you need that beer to keep you warm.
I just think all of this is out of control. Just like I think I told you about that reality show on A&E about the football stadiums. Mm-hmm. I think people feel like if I buy a ticket, I can do whatever I want.
Right.
I'm sorry, on your ticket, they got the rules you're supposed to follow.
Yes,
right.
But nobody
reaches
a small
ticket
point
for whatever you want. It doesn't give you the right to touch, get into nothing. You're supposed to be there to watch the game and go home.
Right.
Wait, you mean when a fly ball comes my way, I can't grab the opposing outfielder and break their wrist and take the ball out of their hand
and then throw their kid 3 rows back? Go for it.
You mean I can't do that?
I'm just saying, knock 3 things down, kick a baby, all of it. Because apparently we out here fighting for damn balls at the baseball game, about to listen. Woo! You got one time. You got one time to come over to me. That lady put her hand on that head. Give me that ball.
I felt the same
went
way.
Like this.
But my thing was, I bet you she wouldn't have done that to no black person.
Oh, absolutely not. Because it would have been the Alabama boat brawl all over.
Yes. Yeah. She definitely would have got dragged crossing bleachers.
Her old rude self.
It's gotten to the fact that happened week 1, both of these situations, people spitting, we just want to watch the game.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. No drama.
Yeah.
Unless it's football drama. We don't want to drama outside the game.
Unfortunately, I've had to listen to Cowboy fans for the last week talk about if CD caught these passes.
Last week, I live here. Jesus.
I want to make something very clear to you Cowboy fans. CD would have never had a chance to catch those passes if Carter doesn't get ejected, because he would have been living in the backfield and wearing Dak Prescott as a coat. So Dak would have never had time to find CD to throw those passes so he could drop them.
We don't know, though. We don't know.
Yes, we do.
I just say these things.
I know you say these things to antagonize me, which doesn't really work anymore, but we know.
Oh.
But we don't know, though. Like, you never know what the game would have looked like. The Eagles could have lost with your boy in there.
Well, can we focus on reality? Hope is a dangerous thing.
So is being a Cowboys fan, because every year has been their year.
I have some diehard, like I have a Cowboy fan where she just got up and walked out the cigar spot. She was like, I got to go. I can't do it. And I said, see, I told you, I don't watch my games outside of this home. We don't do that.
And here's the kicker. Dallas should have won that game. Yeah, but at no point at any time during that game were they ever truly in control of that game. With us playing as crappy as we did.
Hey, Late, did you see his face? Uh-oh. I lost her. Just wondering. Because James' face was like, if you ever say
that was intense.
Like I was waiting for your neck to roll, bro. Like I was like,
I just live in this nice little place we call reality when it comes to sports. And you know, if Dallas fans want to keep talking about if this and if that, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk and tipsy. So, you know, CD dropped passes. We didn't have our best defensive player. If this, if that, so what? Guess what? You would have won the race if you didn't trip over your own 2 feet, but I untied your shoelaces.
did his
all these analogies
come out? Like I felt like I was talking to somebody either from DC, Baltimore, somewhere. I had to clutch.
You are talking to somebody from DC.
I know. That's why I said, did his northern self come out?
It's hot.
I had to clutch I don't got no pearls, but I'm clutching my necklace because I'm like, wait a second.
He said, "Let me say
let's talk about another game." Because he put his face real close.
And please go invest in your EAP program at your job as soon as possible. You get 10 free visits.
No, I'm good.
Wait, EAP?
Employee Assistance Program.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
I'm good.
I'm chill.
I'm good.
You don't know what an employee assistant.
No, we're just having a good time.
Candaysee, you know where I work. You know they don't assist us with nothing.
That's because they pay you enough. You don't need the assistance.
You know where I work.
But I work in retail, and some of my employees need some assistance.
Now that's terrible. You should be able to get the bag and the help.
No, they say we pay you enough. Go get your own help.
Go get your own thing.
These companies only trying to give you one or the other. You can't have both.
You right. Good on America. Good. You. Wait, did y'all talk about? Never mind.
Y'all literally just came in right when we started talking about NFL.
So yeah.
Okay.
But feel free to talk about any other games that y'all want to discuss. I'm done with Philly Dallas.
Well, did anybody watch the Kansas City game in Brazil?
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah.
So was that the first NFL game in Brazil? I get so confused with the international.
Eagles played the Packers last year in Brazil on Friday.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad Kansas City lost, but I'm just curious. So, you know, like, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. Did they show Taylor Swift? Was she there too? You know, that's probably you missed the halftime.
I don't recall. I know they talked about their engagement. I don't recall Taylor Swift being shown because honestly, I can't remember if she was actually at the game or not.
Right.
I didn't watch
it. That would have been something that would have stood out as far as them constantly going to her.
That's true. She'll probably end up doing the halftime show. Then
she didn't do the halftime show.
That Brazilian girl did the halftime show, and she did a great job.
Oh, really? Let me go back on YouTube and see.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
I looked her up because I was sitting outside by the fire pit, and I was like, "Can somebody take this Braves game off and actually put on some football that people want to see?" Goodness.
Whoa.
She done plucked the nerve.
Well, I was just saying, clearly, Mac, it was the football game in Brazil, and nobody wanted to see the Braves get beat, which they did that night. So we were like, it's over.
Whoa. A real fan will watch that team to the bitter end. You calm that down.
I'm not a fan, and nobody else was either. So I was like,
there was one
person who was kind of the person's house that we were at is actually a Braves fan, and I was like, turn this mess off. We need to watch.
That person should have put you out.
He didn't. He loves me too much.
He should have put you out.
He was like, what do you guys want? What would you like to watch? Because he was like, oh yeah, the game over anyway. And I was like, you right. Nobody wants to see this. So we watched it so he had the picture-in-picture. So, the game was down at the bottom. We was watching that.
Just so disrespectful.
I mean, true, the football game should have been on the big screen and the Braves game could have been in the corner somewhere tucked away.
It could have been turned all the way off.
Too, James.
Football's more important than baseball. Like baseball is so far down the list, that's ridiculous. Bro. You know how many sports there are between football and baseball, and football ain't even like number one on the list.
Mac, he been your friend longer So I'm gonna let you.
And he's gonna get stabbed.
I know. I was like, he's been yokering longer, so you say the thing.
Didn't you just talk about being non-violent?
Right.
Now he didn't say you were gonna stab him.
Do you see these letters behind me? You are not gonna disrespect anybody on this banner behind my head.
But I didn't disrespect anybody on that. I just said football is more important than baseball.
You disrespected the game of baseball.
There's nobody right there. You are
the entire game of baseball. Yes, I'm a Nationals fan. We ain't won a World Series in 8 years.
That ain't the point.
We haven't been to the playoffs since we won that World Series.
That ain't the point.
Listen, I don't want to hear your crybaby and self. There's somebody over here who hasn't seen a World Series.
There's no crying in baseball. Cut it out.
I ain't crying. That's why I said, hush your face.
I'm saying, but the Mets won in 1983. You were born in that. Oh, that's right. You were born after that title.
8 years. Aww.
I have a football question.
Yes.
So with ESPN acquiring the NFL network and ESPN now showing more NFL games, I never was clear on what that meant. Was that preseason, regular, post? What does anybody know what that entails?
They will simulcast the games that NFL Networks has on an ESPN channel. So NFL Network normally gets the early morning international games. Okay. And at the end of the season, they'll get those Saturday games. Like there's one Saturday out the year. Remember, there's one Saturday out the year where like all 3 games are on NFL Network.
NFL Network.
Okay. And ESPN will broadcast those as well.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's basically going to be a simulcast. You can either watch them on NFL Network or ESPN, whatever channel you have.
I had forgotten all about the NFL Network. To be honest,
I hadn't, but
so their morning show is really good.
It's not.
I prefer to watch it.
It's not the same from the original quartet.
Oh,
I mean, it still works. It still works as having another, a different show out there, but the 4 they have now and the last of the original people is about to leave as well. Kyle Brandt is not. He's about to bounce. Like.
Wait, are you talking about the show that comes on every morning?
Good Morning Football?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle Brandt is not going to be there much longer.
Who's the one who does the
Angry Runs?
Yeah.
Kyle Brandt. Because remember, him and Peter Schrager were the longest tenured members of that show. And this summer, Peter Schrager left NFL Network to go to ESPN, only for 2 months later, ESPN to buy NFL Network.
Oh my God.
So Peter Schrager left one network to go to another, only for his new network to buy his old job.
This is so confusing. If Johnny had 5 apples, Jesus.
And he ate 1 apple and gave 3 away. How many apples does he have left?
How many channels do you need to watch the whole? Don't nobody answer it because I'm just so confused. Wait, Thursday Night Football, does that strictly live on Amazon?
Yes.
It's still on Amazon.
Oh, I got one right. Amazon. Okay.
Starting tomorrow night with Washington and Green Bay.
Okay.
And I wish there was a way for both those teams to lose tomorrow night, but
No.
I would think that you would want Washington to lose more than Green Bay.
Right.
Since they're in your division. Yeah. I'm just saying that's how I feel. Like the lesser of for me, I want everybody.
The lesser of 2 evils, they both evil. They both voted against the tush push. So screw them both.
I mean, I understand. I was do I root for the Steelers or do I root for the Jets? I didn't want to root for either one, but I rooted for the Steelers because I need the Jets to lose. And my daddy's a Steelers fan, but I didn't want to root for Aaron Rodgers. I don't like him.
Speaking of teams that tried to ban tush push, let's see. I'm trying to remember if I have these teams correct. The Chargers, the Packers, the Bills, twice.
Really? Because we have a whole version of the tush push.
Mm-hmm. And
the Bills voted for it. Stop playing. Are you doing this on purpose to me?
No, these are all teams that voted to ban the tush push. And during week 1, ran some version of it at least once in their respective games.
I was gonna say we run a play
I know,
for Josh,
which was dumb as hell that y'all voted to ban it. I'm trying to figure out, like, y'all voted to ban this play, and here you are out here running it.
There's no logic anymore in the game.
Logic? What's that?
I don't know, bro. I give up, man. I'm just like, y'all just gonna do whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm gonna keep watching, but
I cannot. I'm still over here just in shock. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? We literally run that play. We ran it on Sunday. Twice, maybe 3 times. Twice. Okay.
Twice. I was on the phone with my mom both times that y'all ran it too. And she was like, "What the hell is Buffalo lined up in?" I was like, "That's their tush push." I'm sorry, they're what? I'm like, "Yeah, that's their tush push." Didn't they vote to ban this? Yes, Mom, they did.
Dang, she knew too.
Of course she knows. My mom knows about football. Trust me, she knows.
I mean, I'm not saying this. I'm just saying, God dang it, everybody knew but me. I didn't know. I just knew. If I was going to win $1 million and they said, "Hey, did your team vote against the tush push or for the tush push?" I'd have been like, for the tush push. Like, why would they do? Like, why would they vote against it?
Because they don't call theirs the tush push.
Huh?
They don't call theirs the tush push.
But it's the same play.
I know.
The 9 teams that voted with Philadelphia to keep the tush push are the Ravens, Browns, Lions, Jaguars, Dolphins, Patriots, Saints, Jets, and Titans.
Oh, wait, the Saints voted for it? It's got to be evil.
Sir, you know what? I was going to restrain myself, but how you miss wide right on an indoor kick?
Oh yeah, he got to go.
I just want you to know, when that happened, I said to my boyfriend, I said, "Oh, now they know how it feels when something goes wide right." I know the feeling.
No. Cool has been skating on thin ice for the last couple of years.
Did they put him on a plane to go somewhere? Because
Isn't Cool the most accurate kicker in Falcons history?
No, he is not.
Okay.
No. Cool has been missing way too many kicks lately.
He sure has, because he missed a lot last year.
But I don't put all of that on Cool. I put some of that on your offensive coordinator, because why y'all pussyfooting around when you crossed the 50 when you still had a chance to win the game in regulation? After the Buccaneers missed the extra point?
Hey now.
How
all of us were angry.
Like, we be on the goddamn field. If we was on the goddamn field, none of this shit would happen, sir.
I mean, look, I'm not even getting on you late because y'all starting Spencer Rattler as your quarterback. That's punishment enough.
Hey, but I told you he was their quarterback.
Entertainment. I mean, there's somebody that checked in and said here, but I don't know if he's a quarterback. Listen, this season will be called Shits and Giggles.
You don't leave that baby alone the whole
Shits and Giggles, and I'm just here for the entertainment. I really don't know. Like, all the bullshit aside, I have no expectations, because what did we talk about earlier? Owners, managers that don't want a championship.
That part.
That's my team. Yeah, over here. They don't want one.
In your defense, the referee screwed you because that dude caught that ball. I don't know what the referees are looking at. That ball never hit the ground. I don't know how the referees reviewed that for 20 minutes and said no catch. That was wild to me.
Who did the Saints play?
But it don't matter. We still ain't gonna do nothing. So just I'm on the ride, and I'm
you on the ride.
I'm just. This is gonna be entertaining. That's question. I did not see Aaron. I didn't necessarily want to see Aaron Rodgers play,
Nobody
but for
really
those
did,
who saw him, what grade? How did he look?
A-.
Really?
Yeah.
He didn't look bad. We just don't like it.
That part.
Well, I don't like him either. I was just curious.
I mean, no, seriously, like completely unbiased A- performance, because he had that offense moving.
Yeah.
Well, wait, did he play that well, or the other team played that bad?
No, he played well.
He played that well, because the Jets actually surprised me too.
Okay.
But let's just see what
the Jets did get to him a couple of times. They did sack him at least twice. So they got to him on some basic 4-man pressure because he held the ball too long. That's what I say, like A-. But you come out and you complete almost, you complete over 60% of your passes. You throw for 4 touchdowns. You get a couple of, you get about a dozen rushing yards on your own, and you keep that offense moving and on schedule, and basically had them in position to put them in position to kick that game-winning field. Will ultimately end up being the game-winning field goal because the Jets had a chance to win that game and
they did
and crap the bed. And that was the theme for a lot of teams week 1. Teams are in position to win games at the end, and their offenses crap the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
because again, other than that last drive, I was quite pleased with my Falcons up until the end of the game.
Yeah.
I thought for sure when Tampa Bay scored that touchdown, I'm like, there's a minute 45 left on this clock.
Right.
That's a whole lot of time to score a touchdown. And then all of a sudden it's like we're playing for overtime. The hell?
And Penix,
the announcer said that, I was like, if they play for this kick, they're gonna lose.
And Penix, and I'm really happy with Penix's performance because I gotta let him get, because this is only his 4th start.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a few more games. Granted, don't get me wrong, I don't want to see us lose, but he's got to get a few more games under his belt, and he's going to be a problem for whoever we end up playing.
Well, remember, it's still September.
Yeah,
as I tell people all the time, the first 2 to 3 weeks of the regular season is still an extension of preseason because none of these people played in the preseason except for rookies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and Joe Burrow.
Whoa.
Who I ended up with in my damn fantasy football league.
I'm going to tell you exactly the same thing that I told you when you texted me.
Damn it.
Mister, I'm always on my computer, and you didn't see the email that said this is the draft time?
I am not always on my computer.
All I'm saying is you knew that the football season was starting. So why did you not at least you have my cell phone. Hello, you texted me and said, why didn't you tell me? So why you didn't text me and say, when is the draft? We were like 2 days away from season.
Because usually you send out advance notice for the draft.
Y'all take this offline. Take it offline. Take it offline.
Nah, let them fight.
Circle back.
Well, I mean, in talking about football, so I will say, I was slated to lose my fantasy matchup this week, but then I ended up winning.
Mm-hmm. Because of?
Thanks to Derrick Henry and Josh Allen.
Yep. Well, nice.
Yeah,
isn't that special?
I didn't want to look. I was like, I don't like it when I have somebody up from like a quote unquote rival team. But I was like, how do you pass up Derrick Henry if he's right there?
You don't.
Right. So I picked him. But anyway, what a game on Sunday night. I'm going to tell you, I was sitting in this bed doing exactly what the Bills fan in me does. And I was like, this game is over. And then I was like, we got time though, but we got to get 15 points. And I was like, just watch. We going to get to come on, Josh, you can do it. We're going to get to 15 points. Oh, dang it. We're not going to get to 15 points. Oh, okay. We scored. All right, let's do it. Oh, dang it. We don't have enough time. I'm sitting there like talking to myself. My boyfriend's just looking at me like I'm crazy. But
I mean,
I was like, when Derrick Henry fumbled that ball. So the first thing I thought, I didn't even think about Bills. The first thing I thought was, dang, that's some points that I'm going to lose. And then I looked and I was like, wait, this was a fumble. So I was super excited. I would not have been any of those Bills fans that walked out of the stadium because as a Bills fans, you know that the game doesn't end until it is 0-0-0 on the clock.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Bills,
why is he laughing with the evil laugh?
Oh gosh, do y'all know who these two people are?
Yes, we do.
Chris, let me tell you, Chris Collinsworth.
Unfortunately,
okay.
Right.
These two people right here are gaslighters.
Oh, is that what we're calling them?
Dan.
Gaslighters.
Truth.
I can't call them anything else. And yes, Candaysee, it was
schmucks.
It was a wonderful game Sunday night. Epic game. I couldn't imagine being a fan of either one of those teams on either side of that contest from beginning to end, because stressful didn't begin to describe what any of y'all were going through throughout that game, because I could see the emotional swing as I'm like, oh, damn, wow. Because outside looking in, this was a great, spectacular game with some of the biggest stars in the league. Unless you're one of those two gaslighters I just had up. Because case in point, look, I know that these are good players. I know that I know that they do phenomenal things on the field, but you can't just, you know what, just listen to this. Watch this and listen to it.
Off in time, here comes the blitz. Get rid of it to Cook. If he can get past that, he's got space. And there he goes. Up 20, 15, 10. What a run. Cook down at the 1 yard line. Sensational play to keep the touchdown from happening by Nate Wiggins. What a 52-yard game.
That was all Josh Allen on that one. You heard the Lester.
I'm going to tell you right now, I want you to know that when he said that, when I was sitting right on this bed, I was like, what the hell he's talking about?
I was laughing at them comments.
Because it was James Cook who caught the pass and ran 52 yards, right?
52 yards.
No, but it was all Josh Allen. But it was all Josh Allen.
All Josh Allen.
But wait, let's not even talk about the fact that Chris Collinsworth talked major crap about Josh Allen before the game.
He did.
And almost throughout the whole game.
And except for the fourth quarter, in which Josh Allen apparently turned into Jesus Christ.
Right.
Now, I like to watch.
I do not like that man.
I like to watch the get up every morning after, you know, the Monday mornings after the Sunday games.
Mm-hmm.
I knew what was going to happen the moment the Bills, like when the Bills were coming back. All I could think of, Dan Orlovsky,
right,
is going to have a fucking field day with this game and these passes and whatnot, and make it seem like Josh Allen was the only one out here for Buffalo. Like Josh Allen beat the Bills. He had no help from the O-line or the running backs or the defense. Now, granted, the defense is true because, I mean, they both gave up 40 points. But you let Dan tell it. Josh Allen ran the ball on his own. He threw the ball to himself. He blocked for himself. He picked up all the blitzes. You know, he called the plays on offense. Josh Allen was basically God out there, and the Ravens put up a little resistance. And that's pretty much what happened. Because, again, like I said, I never take anything away from the athletes who play well, but some of these dudes who talk about the sport, especially some of these former athletes, those two in particular, will have you believe that nobody else played football before them.
Wait, there was football before them?
There was football before Josh Allen played, but according to them, Josh Allen is the greatest player to ever touch a football and put on a jersey.
Wait, you mean he's not?
Dan Orlovsky, he's just like Chris Collinsworth because he just be on. Like, he makes me so mad. Like,
He's a hater.
I'm like,
a straight
why
up.
are you like this? And
he's just a straight up hater. Can I get paid to talk just dumb shit on a national sports network?
So much. Like when Ryan Clark is on there, when Dominique, what's his name is on
Dominique
there.
Foxworth.
Right. They literally, if he's on there, they are tearing his butt up because they'll be like, remember when you said somebody put that clip up? Remember when he said, and don't let him get on first take.
Doesn't Orlovsky have a particular play named after him?
Yes.
And he's got the nerve to talk about somebody.
Oh, they clown that fool all the time.
They clown him every week on the anniversary of that play. They bring it up.
They sure
roll that beautiful.
They need to bring it up more often than that.
Poor baby.
But
poor baby, nothing.
Poor baby, my ass.
Because Dan has this thing where it's like you would have thought he actually birthed Josh Allen. And like if you're critical of him in any way, shape, or form, he's coming for your neck.
Wait,
like,
you mean he didn't birth Josh Allen?
No.
You sure?
As much as he wanted to, he didn't.
Okay. All right. If you say so. Just
like the moment they won, I'm like, I already know what first take is going to be. And 20 minutes in, I'm like, let me just click to confirm what I already know is happening. And there's Dan breaking down the play about how it's all Josh Allen. Josh Allen got them into this and did that and all this stuff, Like, never mind the fact that Lamar Jackson had an equally phenomenal performance on the other side.
It's not better. It's not better.
You know, there's an art to being a sports commentator, and I feel like the four of us should go to the ESPN and be like, what's up? Seriously. We keep it real. We have our little whatever rivalries within whatever, but we keep it real. Like, isn't that what this is? If you can't be real with sports, then what? I mean, like, you know, they got cameras at the game, right?
And then to not be real about your own team.
Right.
Those
not just things. Not your own team, not about how about be real about how you were when you played football, sir.
That part.
You so
we're not going to bring up Dan's career. Everybody knows about Dan's career.
Rest in peace. I used to like him. I really used to like him, and I don't know where the shift.
Josh Allen started playing well. Josh Allen started playing well. Yes,
he just got the big head, and he feels like whatever he says is the golden standard.
Josh, basically the last 4 years of Josh Allen football play. That's pretty much what his shift happened with him.
And see, I just don't get, because I'm gonna tell you, I always used to think that he hated on Josh Allen.
I don't know what happened, but
they must have got it in the writer's room. Said, look.
Well, because he used to say stuff, and I'd be like, sir, what are you talking about? Did you not watch this game? So I think that's what it is. Somebody was like, yo, bro.
Down his ear.
You being a little too hard on bro, because he's actually doing some stuff, and you just all up on him.
Well, if that's what happened, he did a complete 180.
He sure did.
So,
But anyway, did we talk about? Oh yeah, we did. Never mind.
Talk about what?
No, I was like, wait, I talked about the Bills, but I was gonna say, did we talk about Qiana's team? But we did.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Look, she's there for the ride.
She said she's there for the ride.
I'm just here for the entertainment.
Look, they told her where to sit on the roller coaster, and she just letting the coaster take her wherever it's going. She strapped in. She already knows it's going to be.
I mean, because
decided that the only way to enjoy football is to just not have no expectations. I give up.
Honestly, rivalry aside, Spencer Ratliff, really?
I didn't say.
Where did he play ball?
No. I'm saying even with your team being the pinnacle of my rivalries in sports, I wouldn't even want that fool. I wouldn't wish him on y'all.
I mean, that's like asking, why did y'all vote for Donald Trump? You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it. We continue to make piss poor ass decisions, and it is unfortunately what it is.
Because when y'all roll into Atlanta and when we roll into New Orleans, I want a quality game.
Well, Mac, you know how this. Now you know better than that. You know, no matter how bad or good either one of us are, when it comes to those games, you don't automatically know who gonna win.
That's right.
You just don't. It's always you be like, oh. So,
and then you be mad like the next game. Why don't you play like how you played against the Saints, or why did you play like they
right? It's like they put that one damn game and lose the next 17. I guess I'll take that if that happens. Just give us one. Just give us one.
Oh goodness.
Oh my God. Whew. Just give
I can
us
only
one.
laugh because I understand, because I have been there.
To easily sit up. I mean, I talk trash to Dallas, but I'm realistic. Like if your team is not good, they're not good. You can point out, what could be good about it. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I tell them people, them 5 rings that y'all won when I was in high school, that don't mean shit. Don't nobody care about that no more. I don't care about your little Netflix documentary.
What was it? Somebody said they haven't won a Super Bowl ring since we've had flat screen TVs.
Jesus Christ.
Right. Look, we didn't even have real internet then.
Sure didn't. Was College Club around?
No.
Damn, I completely forgot about College Club.
That was my first.
In 1995,
with the dark web.
In 1995, we was all playing around with AOL and dial-up internet.
That's right.
Listen, if the Cowboys if they fans can keep rooting for their team, damn it, I'm saving myself.
Okay, there's rooting for your team and it's being delusional.
Oh, well, like I said, that's a completely different category. They can totally and completely have that. Because in the same breath, I've never seen people who talk shit about their quarterback and then go, but this is our year. Well, how you going to do that without a quarterback? You said you don't got a good one, but this is still going to be our year. I said, y'all have the type of delusion that causes people like Ross Perot, people like that to run for president. I want that type of delusion. Bottle that up and let me sell that on the street. I mean, they be dead serious too. You can't tell these people.
I know.
Nothing.
I know.
It's fascinating, James.
It is. It really is.
I don't want that kind of delusion.
I just want to sell it. We could have a scam and make us some money because I'll be like,
yeah, sign me up for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to embrace the shit. I just want to use it for the benefit of my good. Because they don't.
I know when my team sucks.
Yeah, I can be realistic about when my team is not playing well.
Okay,
almost every other fan base can. There's a handful every now and then.
That's what being a fan is, though.
Like you can acknowledge the team is going to suck this year, or hopefully we make the playoffs, or I hope we just play well. Maybe we'll get 6 or 7 games, but every year, this our year.
One fan base?
Yeah.
James, you know one fan base that never thinks about that?
Who?
Come on. Who is it, James?
Nope.
It's 2 of them.
There's
one
2
college,
of them?
one professional.
Wait, one what?
One college, one NFL.
Who, Alabama?
Yep.
That shit's funny to me. Woo-wee, they be sitting in the sports book.
Well, Saban retired, so they can't think that way anymore.
Oh, but they do. They do.
Isn't the Alabama game the first game, the one where the cameraman went on the guy and he gave him the finger?
Yep.
Okay.
And he wasn't the only fan. Several fans were walking out, flipped off the cameraman. Yep.
I was like, these fans, they just losing their whole everything. I was like, doggone, Nick Saban gone and they don't know how to act.
Well, because the ride is over. The arrogance, the entitlement. Come on, sit over here with the rest of us.
Come
and
sit
watch
in
your
reality.
team burn.
Think about Patriot fans who are under the age of 30.
Ooh.
30 and under. All they know their entire mostly conscious life is Tom Brady and Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
And
they don't remember the paper bags.
I would die on this hill.
Outside of 1985, the Patriots used to be ass. I mean ass. Like the challenge back in the day when Madden first came out was use the Patriots, go through the season, win a Super Bowl. That was your challenge on Madden. That's how you made Madden difficult. Because the Patriots are always the worst team on that football game.
Yep. And one hill that I will die on is, and it's about the Patriots. Well, not specifically the Patriots, but they were dominant when it was Brady and Belichick. Brady left, went to another team, won another Super Bowl. What has Belichick done since he hadn't had Brady?
one playoff
Coaches
appearance.
North Carolina.
No, he didn't even
When
make the
you
playoffs.
look at Belichick's record without the Brady years, he's roughly at a 50% winning percentage.
Yep.
Nobody ever talks about that.
But
He
do
is
you think that if you
average
got a
at-
good quarterback, then it would be?
Well, he
I'm
also
sorry, what
had
you say,
Bernie
Candace?
Kosar when he was in Cleveland, who's regarded as one of the best QBs of his era.
Yeah, we should be on a national network. This is bullshit. These people don't know what the hell they talking about. It should just have average Joes, everyday people who know the game, sit up here and speak facts, but also bring up the bullshit. The bullshit, like Tom Brady got ownership in a team and he's a sports comment. Isn't that
The
a
Raiders,
conflict of
yes.
interest? I'm confused.
The Raiders. The joke every offseason is because before the Raiders traded for Geno Smith with the Seahawks, the joke was, well, Brady had a hand in getting Pete Carroll as a head coach. Maybe he'll come back and unretire and play at least half until they find a quarterback. That's been the image going around the last 2 years for the Raiders, that he was going to unretire and play quarterback since he's got ownership in the team.
No, he's too old. He's like 45 years old.
It's just too much. Yeah. Sit down.
So, yeah.
I mean, as long as nobody hits him, he'll be all right.
Man, he got a man. Listen, the way that my joints do their things.
Look,
but I guess I'm not a highly trained athlete either.
Speaking of quarterbacks getting hit, I'm surprised Matthew Stafford actually, I shouldn't say surprised. I am happy that Matthew Stafford made it through a complete football game for not taking any snaps or reps during the preseason because of his back injury.
Okay.
Or ailing back, I should say, because again, he had this back issue going back to Detroit. And the last season he played in Detroit, he didn't finish the season. He was knocked out with like 6 or 7 games left to play because of the same back issue. So the fact that he's lasted this long with the Rams should be commended, because this thing was supposed to be debilitating and like not going to get better. And I'm pretty sure it hasn't.
Yeah.
But when they brought it up during training camp and everything, they were like, oh, well, he tweaked his back and we're going to hold him off and he's not going to take any more snaps during preseason. I'm like, we haven't even played a game of preseason. What do you mean he's not going to take any more snaps? In 3 weeks of preseason, 0 snaps in practice. So the fact that he made it through Sunday's game against the Texans, because everybody expected the Texans to tee off on him if given a chance, and they got some shots in on him. But kudos, Matt Stafford, for making it through week 1.
Did you give him the worship leader clap?
Look, I don't want to see any. Look, the thing I pray for every season is no injuries. I pray for 0 injuries every season. I know injuries are unavoidable; they're going to happen. But I do not like seeing season-long injuries, especially not during preseason, because these players never even get the chance to suit up during the regular season when that happens, and that sucks. It's one thing if it's like, okay, they tweaked the ankle, they're gonna miss the first 2 weeks of the season. But when you see these cats go down, like who is it, the offensive lineman for the Chargers, out for the year. He's going to have knee surgery. Already done. Like, I hate seeing stuff like that. Like, I like to see these teams play full strength as long as possible into the regular season. I don't like when players miss the regular season because of something in preseason. And granted, I know that's a risk because it's a very violent game we play, but I don't like I always pray that everybody gets through preseason healthy and gets through the regular season as healthy as possible. But nah, I'm not a fan. Like, again, does Jalen Carter get ejected if Ben Sorensen doesn't get hurt? Because remember, that was a stoppage of play after the opening kickoff because one of our gunners tore his meniscus. He's going to have season-ending surgery. He's out for the year. And that was a injury stoppage to get him on the cart and out of the stadium. If that doesn't happen, does Jalen Carter even have the chance to spit on Dak or Dak to spit towards Jalen Carter? Like, does a whole spitting incident even take place? Because at that point, they're lining up. Dallas is called in the play. He's in the huddle getting the defensive call, and they're lining up. There was a 10-minute delay for all that to happen. So no, I don't relish or look forward to injuries at all. I don't. No matter how much I don't like a player, I don't like injuries. So that's all I got. Anybody else got anything they want to mention for the NFL?
No.
Okay. One last thing I want to mention before we get out of here. Do y'all remember the name Pablo Torre?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Has anybody ever listened to his podcast, Pablo Torre Finds Out?
No.
No.
Okay, so I guess you all are familiar. You're not familiar with what happened last month. That Pablo Torre found out again something big. Because first it was the arbitration of the collusion of the owners with the players' salaries. Then it was finding out that the executive director of the NFL's players union worked for the opposite side. And now he's found out something very damning for the NBA in that a company that was owned by Steve Ballmer, the owner of the LA Clippers, paid Kawhi Leonard a bonus that was outside of the pay structure of his salary.
What?
A company? What kind of company?
The company, it was some type of consulting tech firm, whatever. It doesn't exist anymore. The company went bankrupt. The CEO of the company has been brought up on charges of fraud and whatnot. But Ballmer had ownership stake in said company. And that company paid Kawhi Leonard some type of endorsement deal to basically just be. And the league is looking into if that circumvented the pay he received from the Clippers as far as a bonus. Because there's some funkiness going on with that. Articles up, you can trust me. There are articles about it. You can dig. I highly suggest reading these articles. If the episode of Pablo Torre Finds Out where he talks about this is on iTunes, highly suggest you go listen to it. It is some very damning stuff.
I have a Samsung.
If all true. But yeah, Pablo is. I don't know how he's finding this stuff. Sometimes stuff is just given to him, but the way he keeps falling into like crazy story to break the internet after crazy story to break the internet is insane right now as far as sports goes. Because again, this is 3 times since the beginning of the summer. It's only September.
Oh, hell no. I know I haven't been able to like hang out with y'all in person, but I think I know y'all well enough to say if we was getting this athlete money, we wouldn't be stupid enough to be taking things from legitimate businesses. Just greedy. Just greedy. Listen, scamming shows, I be joking, but I be watching that. Just I don't know if y'all ever seen the thing with the black lady Peggy and how she scams all the athletes. Greed. They're never satisfied with what they have, and they're willing to put their money into somebody else's hand.
Mm-hmm.
No. He ain't need that. Kawhi didn't need that. He didn't need that. Why? Just greedy.
So yeah, there's an investigation. Ballmer has appeared on one of the NBA shows talking to Shelly. Trying to remember her name. Blonde Shelly's her first name. Does sideline reporting for the NBA, for ESPN's NBA broadcast. Blanking on her last name, but did a sit down with her for like 25 minutes. Answered all her questions. Said they did nothing wrong. Acknowledges the company doesn't exist anymore. Acknowledges he had an investment stake in the company. Acknowledges that the dude who ran it, whatever, is indicted for fraud and whatnot. Says he did nothing wrong with running the Clippers and their department as far as paying Kawhi, like it was everything above board. And I'm like, you saying all the right things, but an investigation still got to happen.
Yep. I got a feeling the investigation is not going to find enough information to assess any real penalties and fines.
That part.
Was there a statute of limitations? Something. We all
no, it's not a statute of limitations. It's
Ballmer being Ballmer.
The requirements for us to take punitive action against Ballmer and the Clippers.
Yeah.
Okay. And the answer will be no.
As much money as Ballmer has, because remember, Ballmer was one of the original Microsoft founders. That man has enough money to make anything. And again, I don't mean to say it as though he is intentionally doing it, but when you've got that kind of money and those kind of resources, certain things will disappear and go away, not because you as the individual decided it, but somebody within the food chain decided, this is in the best interest of my employer.
So, like I said, highly suggest go look into that. It is
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports HR.
Again, it's like I go back to that whole Michael Vick situation. I couldn't have been one of Michael Vick's boys because I'd be like, look, hey dog, none of this needs to be in your name. You don't need to be here. You need to be somewhere far away watching this on closed circuit TV, because if you get caught up, none of us eat anymore. As Chris Carter said, unfortunately, and they caught him on camera, you always got to have a fall guy.
Yeah, that's how Chris Carter lost the ESPN job.
Yeah.
We learned that going to school at Georgia Tech.
But he got caught saying it on camera.
And unfortunately, he said it on camera at an NFL symposium for rookies. Yeah.
Well, he didn't lie.
He didn't lie, but he still shouldn't have said it.
You're right. He shouldn't have said it on camera at the symposium.
And again, you kind of look at it as like the situation with Ja Morant, when his boys are the most level-headed ones, and he's the knucklehead trying to knuck if you buck.
And what gets me is Ja Morant, he comes from quote unquote the ideal situation, a person who shouldn't be involved in any of that foolishness anyway. He's not some dude who grew up in the projects and was banging to save his life. No,
because his real name is Clarence.
A decent two-parent
parents have a real good marriage.
Growing up in the suburbs with not nary a want.
Yikes.
And he wants to be thugging it out with gangbangers. Nah, homie, that ain't how this works.
Everybody want to be a gangster.
Not me. Mm-mm.
No,
I want to be rich and people not know about me.
I'm too soft.
Oh. I want to be comfortable and undetectable.
Exactly.
I want to be rich and undetectable.
No, comfortable is it. I'm just saying, if y'all ever get a text from me that says go to the airport, just go.
Okay. I most certainly will.
Bet.
All
right.
I most certainly will.
You can get all your clothes and everything when you get to where I'm sitting. Just get on the plane.
Yes, ma'am.
What time's the flight?
Here we go.
I already got my passport. Can I bring Leo?
Oh my Lord.
Black people make me sick. Black people be asking the kidnapper questions. Can you turn on the Black People radio station, Mr. Kidnapper? Y'all make me sick. Just follow instructions.
I can't. Why do we do this? Yo.
Any final words before we get out of here?
I need to go to bed.
I missed the whole U.S. Open chatter, correct?
You did.
Yeah.
We did discuss that earlier, yes.
Is there? It seems like the U.S. Open is almost bigger than Wimbledon at this point. I don't know. I felt like that this year. It just felt like it was like the match. I know they're not over, but
it ended this past Saturday. Sabalenka won the women's.
No. I don't mean I mean like the tennis matches, but it's just starting to feel like the big premier one now, the U.S. Open.
Because more of the American women lasted longer in this tournament.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it's here in the United States, so you don't have to watch at 3 a.m.
I would never. We about to record.
Because Wimbledon, you have to watch at a different time.
I'm not getting up with the queen.
Well, the queen's not getting up anymore.
Oh,
I know the lady has passed, but didn't Corella DeVille take her place? What that lady name is?
I don't know.
Yeah, Charles's wife.
Oh,
can you say that?
I mean, we calling her the queen, then whatever.
I I don't know what else to say.
Corella DeVille. I did call her.
I can't focus.
I'm not calling anybody by her name. Just like on Insecure, we don't call Condola her name. Condolences, consequences.
Consequences.
Contraceptives. We don't call that lady by her name.
Y'all really hate on Condola. She did nothing wrong.
Oh no.
She did nothing wrong. That was all boys' fault.
Lies.
He was an idiot.
You're not a team. You're not a Lawrence stan.
No.
I know dudes who will fight. They go down that hill about Lawrence.
Lawrence was his own worst enemy.
True.
Every step of the way. Not once did he do right until the very end.
Did he? Okay. Yeah.
Sure. And at that point, it was already too late because he was in the situation with Condola. So yeah, which he didn't have to be in.
Well, he should have left Cotton Candy alone.
He very well should have. But he was in his feelings because he wasn't with Issa. And if he had just went to therapy and dealt with his emotions and his feelings, he wouldn't have had to be with Condola.
You so nice.
But no, he ain't do that. He ran up in Condola.
Question: when am I gonna meet y'all out in Savannah to see the Savannah Bananas?
I will definitely make sure that is something we do for the next baseball season. I don't.
Why would you do that? He doesn't even like baseball.
Who? Who doesn't like baseball?
James.
I'm teeter-tottering.
Putting all the other sports above baseball.
You're right. There are several sports above baseball, but if you invite me to a baseball game to be there physically to watch a sport of baseball, I will be there.
Okay, we'll give you that. All right, sorry, next.
God.
Can we see you for another game? Can we see you? Are you going to be at the Saints-Falcons game?
Probably not, unfortunately. I will let y'all know. Of course, I will let you all know if I get to roll through the ATL, so we can have and practice plenty of fuckery and foolishness.
I do not know what you are talking about.
Lies.
I am here for the foolishness.
Because I don't want my system shutting down due to electrical interference from the lightning strike.
There will be no lightning strike. It is truth.
Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Peace out, homies.
We'll see y'all next month.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then. When they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves the Republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand, yeah.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if we put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. Network out for all the locals, school will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf, if we won't tell it we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf, if we won't tell it we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf, if we won't tell it we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf, if we won't tell it we will. We will.